today's video is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be like a day in the life of a full-time RVer. It's going to be vlog style, which we normally don't do that type of video, but our car broke down yesterday and we have nowhere to go. So we're just going to kind of show you what we do on our day off. We get 2 days off during the week, and so one day we normally just kind of lounge around and maybe do some errands and do some things like that, and then the second day off we normally try to go find something to do in the area. But today we're not going to be able to do that, like I said, because our car broke down. So we're just going to kind of show you a day in the life of what we do today. But we realize that sometimes other people like to see, you know, what we do. So every morning when I get up, the first thing I do is take our Snickers, our dog Snickers, for a little walk. And so that's what we're fixing to do right now. We have a beautiful view of the hill country here in Austin, outside of Austin. She got a bath yesterday. Now she's all smelling pretty and fluffy. We have this little area here that we bring her down and walk her to, kind of at the end of the property. But they have such beautiful flowers here. Look at all the pretty flowers. This is a nice quiet little park. We're right there. But it's a weekday, so most everybody is gone and left for work. So our car broke down yesterday, and we'd only done a couple of errands before it broke down. And you know, we always try to find the silver lining when stuff like that happens, because you know, it can be really aggravating. But I was very thankful that we were very close to a mechanic shop just a couple of blocks away. And I'm very thankful that we had roadside assistance and that the weather was really nice yesterday compared to what it has been. The weather here has been just overly horrific with humidity, but yesterday was not too bad. So gotta look for the positive things. We're not really sure what's wrong with the car, but it does have almost 200,000 miles on it, so we're gonna get it checked out, and hopefully it won't be anything too hard to fix or too expensive. So of course Snickers went poo after we passed the doggy poo container, so now we gotta walk all the way back over here and put it in the container. Here's your PSA for the day. If you have a dog, please clean up after your pet. So our site looks empty without our car here. Just barrels up in there. Here we are. And we always know when we come back in, she knows that she has to jump in the seat so we can wipe her paws off. Ain't that right, girl? Say, Mama, I know. That's the morning routine every morning. Ignore our junk here. But we put towels in both the front seats to protect the leather, because she likes to jump up here, and we open our curtains in the daytime and she likes to jump up there and sit up here and look outside the window. So we leave these up here for her so her claws won't tear up the leather. So we feed her a raw diet, and I'll show you what that looks like here in a minute. Say good morning, fellow rebels. We have screens over our windows, and those are protectors for our windshield wipers. But so we have that, so that way people can't see in here. We can still see out, but people can't see in here, and it does a lot to block the sun in the afternoon. it really helps out tremendously there. So this is the company. It's Darwin's Natural Pet Products. This is what we feed Snickers. This morning she's getting beef, but they have beef, chicken, and turkey, and so we just kind of switch out every so often and feed her, you know, one after the other. And today is beef. This is a little container that it comes in, and these are the packages. They come frozen, and then you have to just peel them off, which I'm not going to be able to do one-handed. So let me peel this off and then I'll show you. Okay, so here it is. So this one's beef. This one back here is chicken, and then we also have turkey. But so whenever I finish feeding her one of these, I move this one forward and then put the other one, because it's frozen back here, so it gives it a couple of days to thaw before I have to use it. And then what I do is, for Snickers size, we just put these in thirds. So she'll get a third for breakfast, a third for supper, and then the other third for tomorrow's breakfast. And that's how we do it. So then once we get it in her bowl, this is what it looks like. You know, she's not a very big dog, so she doesn't eat a lot, but once you smash it all down, it pretty much covers the bottom of the bowl. And then I always sprinkle a little bit of turmeric on her, just only on her breakfast, only once a day. Just a little bit like that. Turmeric is very anti-inflammatory, and it's very good for you. All right, baby girl, are you ready? Oh, she's ready with anticipation. All right. She loves hers breakfast and her suppers. She loves it. So now, after I feed Snickers, normally what happens is I make some lemon water for Shane and I both to drink. We get 8 ounces of water and then just squeeze a half a lemon in each glass, and then we each drink it. But yesterday was the last day that we had lemons, and we were on our way to the grocery store, and the car broke down, so we have no lemons. So we're going to skip that this morning. And then actually what I did was I went online and ordered my groceries, and then someone's supposed to deliver them today. I've never done that before. I've never ordered them and then had someone else deliver them. I've ordered them before and went to the store and picked them up, but they're supposed to be here, I think, between 10:30 and 11:30 this morning. So we'll see if that works out. But anyway, so after we do the lemon water, then I always boil me a cup of tea, because I drink herbal tea every morning. Shannon and I are not coffee drinkers. And then while I'm waiting for my tea, the water to boil, I usually finish washing the dishes from the day before. So here we go. So what I do is this is distilled water, and I just fill it to however full I want my cup. I just pour it in the tea kettle. That way I'm not brewing more tea than what I'll drink. And then, like I said, while that's boiling, I wash the dishes. So this is my tea box. As you can see, I have a lot of teas. I love my teas. And I even have some that doesn't fit in there. So today, this is the tea I'm having. It's organic Greek mountain tea. Am I the only person that when you wash and dry silverware and you put it back in your drawer, that you put the clean ones on the bottom? You take all of them out, all the forks that are in the drawer, you take them out, and you put the clean ones you just washed on the bottom, and then replace the other ones on top? Am I the only person who does that? I think it drives my husband crazy. Let me know in the comments. Am I the only one who does that? And yes, before you ask, I don't know why we have so many forks. There's only 2 of us in the house. And I have these little silicone bowls that I've had for a long time, and I just stick that right over top of it and let my tea steep for 3 minutes, and voila. Whenever my tea is done steeping, these little silicone bowls come in really handy, because not only can I put it on top to steep it, but then I can use it to squeeze my tea bag. So it comes in pretty handy. After I fed Snickers and we've had our lemon water and I've stewed my tea and I've washed the dishes, the next thing I do is I always try to start my day out with a Bible study. My faith is very important to me in my life, and I want to make sure that I try to stay close to the Lord as possible. And every morning I try to do a Bible study. I try to at least read a chapter a day. I know I should probably do more, but for me, the more I read, the less I comprehend in a time. You know, sometimes your mind gets busy, so I try to always make sure that I do at least one chapter a day. That way I feel like I can take that chapter and apply it to my life and really get more out of it if I do it slowly, as rather it's more quantity than quality for me. So this is my Bible. This is a bookmark which I got a while back, and it's really cool because it holds a pen. You can put a pen in there, and I make notes and stuff in my Bible all the time. So this really comes in handy. And then sometimes I write stuff on here whenever I'm really, I find something really interesting. But the book, this particular Bible I was going to show you, is the Chronological Life Application Study Bible. And I really like this Bible because it's not King James. I mean, I grew up reading the King James, but this is not the King James. And so it's, you know, it's written in a more modern translation. It's easier to understand for my little pea brain. And it's just a lot. It has a lot of stuff at the bottom, a lot of notes and commentation, and it's a really good Bible. I like it because it tells you up here where in history, you know, this what I'm reading is the birth of Israel. I'm studying Exodus chapter, or actually the book of Exodus, but about the 10 plagues and how Pharaoh would not let the people go. And there is a lesson in that. You know, a lot of people would think that maybe God was mean because of what he did to Pharaoh and his army, but he gave Pharaoh so many chances. He gave Pharaoh time and time again. He gave him chances to let his people go, and he wouldn't do it. And so there's a lesson in there about stubbornness. You know, sometimes we are stubborn ourselves, and we have to let go and just let God handle the situation. And there was justice in that. You know, God allowed Pharaoh to harden his heart so God's glory could shine through. So God could save his people, and people would know who he was. And that's a very good lesson. Shane just got up, and we'll show you what Snickers does when Shane comes out of the bathroom. She always goes to the door and lays there and waits for him.
Morning hugs every morning from my baby Dara.
Yeah, and then when Daddy tries to kiss Mama.
Yeah, we're going to show this process here.
Oh,
that's what she does. Look at her.
She knows what's coming. Hang on. Oh, she's just gonna lay here.
She's going to lay.
She's gonna lay here to get some loving.
Normally she'll get right up in the middle.
Yeah, normally she gets right up in between our lips, and she tries to block, but not this morning. She's just in the mood for some love.
She's a relaxed blocker today.
Oh yes. rules. I have to have my bed made. There's only one day of the week that I don't make the bed, and that's on Sunday. But I make the bed every day of the week, so gotta do that now. Girl, we can't make the bed if you're on it now.
Girl, you can't just jump up on the bed when we go to make it.
What are you doing? You can't be up here.
One good thing about this park is you can put your trash out every day by the curb and they'll come and pick it up.
Our groceries are here. Yay. Oh, so they bring it in little bags for you, in like refrigerated bags. That's nice. Okay. So we got another big bag here. Alrighty. That was pretty easy. Okay, so we've unbagged all of our groceries. We've got our frozen items here. We got almond milk and hemp parts. I like to put these on my smoothies that I make. And we've got some spinach and lettuce and chicken bone broth, some avocado mayo. Gonna have some fish tacos later in the week, so we got some of that with some queso fresco for that. We got extra goat cheese, bacon, chicken, eggs, wild blueberries. These are for my smoothies. We got some cabbage, which is going to go on our fish tacos later. We got some bananas, celery, and then cauliflower and some other produce. So now it's time to put this all up. So this is our produce corner. So we'll put all of our produce. And then we got our pantry somewhat full here. And then if you're ever wondering what a RV refrigerator looks like, it's actually not a bad size, especially just for the two of us, but we can get all of our stuff in there. Now the freezer, on the other hand, is very limited. There's not a lot of space in here. We're missing another little piece that goes right here so we could put other things. I don't know what you'd put there because it's so slender, but anyway. And then we actually have a 12-volt refrigerator freezer outside that we use a lot because Snickers food comes frozen and it's delivered and it comes frozen, so we keep her food in the outside freezer. Actually, it can be a fridge or a freezer, but we keep it out there until we need it and then we bring it in here. So we're done with our groceries for today, and I didn't have to go grocery shopping. Yay! I tell you, I don't know about y'all. So let me know in the comments, what is your least favorite chore that you do? Because mine would be grocery shopping. To me, that is a chore, and I dislike it very much. I don't like having to, I don't know, I just don't like it. I don't even like really having to make out menus, but I normally make out a menu for the week and then make out my grocery list from the menus, and then we go shopping, and I don't like doing any of that, but sometimes you gotta do things you don't want to do. So anyway, drop me a comment and let me know what's your least favorite chore. Sean and I were just discussing if it's actually worth having them get the groceries and bring them back here, deliver them. So, and I think there's a little bit of a trade-off because we're gonna spend a little less money not going to the store anyway, because you know when you go to the store, you're gonna spend more money. You're gonna buy more than what's on your list, right? You're gonna spend more money than what you probably even budgeted for. So that's one good thing. So that saves a little bit of money. Now, we shop here at an HEB, just down the road here, which is the closest grocery store to us. And it's we've actually discovered that we like HEB brands of a lot of things. We're actually cheaper and better than some of the other stuff. But so you're gonna save money by not going to the store. Of course, HEB, there is a delivery fee. It can be all the way up to $14 if you want it like the same day, but if you can do it later, and like we ordered it yesterday, so today it only costs $6.95 for the delivery, and then you can leave a tip. So if you leave a $5 tip, you're going to end up spending $12 or $13. If you do that every week, it could add up. What would be, if it's $13, that would be what, $52 a math is not my strong suit. So that could be wrong. So if it's $13 a week, it'd be about $52 extra dollars a month. So I guess you'd have to figure out, I probably spend more money in a month going to the grocery store myself, not just because of the gas, but because you buy a bunch of stuff that you would normally get, that's not on your list. So it, you know, it could be a little bit of a trade-off. I guess you just have to make up your own mind. But for me, I would much rather have somebody else do my grocery shopping for me, because like I said earlier, I really don't like grocery shopping.
And then if you have someone grocery shop for you, you could spend more time with your Snicker bar.
And that's always important.
What is that worth, Snickers? Is that worth $50 a month?
All right, so what's our next item on the list today is laundry. And let me tell you, as much as I hate grocery shopping, laundry is probably the chore that I mind doing the least. So I kind of like doing laundry. That doesn't bother me at all. So, so earlier I said, tell me your chore that you hate doing the most. Well, also tell me the chore that you mind doing the least.
I thought you liked it more. You said that weird.
Okay, so I said that weird?
Yeah.
So how should I have said that?
Like Snickers would have said it. What do you enjoy? What chores do you hate? What chores do you love?
Okay, so sue me. I said it weirdly. All right, so now we're gonna conquer the laundry. This is our little wagon that we use to roll the laundry to the laundromat.
It's got a spring-loaded handle that goes back up. They don't fall to the ground.
Yeah, that's nice. And it clips in right here too. The handle does. It clips in right there, so you can keep it up and pick it up if you need to. It's pretty cool. It's the perfect fit. And we get to roll it on asphalt, so that's good.
But it's got wheels that are...
Yeah, the wheels.
The wheels are rubberized, so
they're rubber, so that it would also work on gravel, but it obviously works much better on asphalt.
The things we do for our viewers.
One thing I like about this laundry room is you don't have to carry a bunch of quarters around with you, because you can either put your debit card in there and it'll take it directly from your account, or you can download this app, which I happen to already have on my phone from another campground that we stayed. So I just go onto my app and I've already got money on there, and then you just choose the number right here, number 1. And it takes a second for it to connect to the machine. Oh my goodness, you gonna get the zoomies, come on.
That is exhausting. I'm like, this is much easier. That's a key.
So you may be wondering what's for supper. And we're having chicken bryan tonight. If you've never had chicken bryan, you don't know what you're missing. So that's what's for supper. You know they're ready to turn whenever they let loose from the pan, and those didn't let loose, so they're not ready to turn just yet. I took out all the other pieces of chicken so these could cook a little bit longer. I'm going to add them all back in. And I add some butter. And some freshly squeezed lemon juice, just a little bit, about a teaspoon. And we'll let that cook a little bit longer. Okay, so now I'm gonna put some mushrooms and sun-dried tomatoes, which I previously chopped up. I'm gonna put those in here. Plus I'm gonna put, let's see, half a teaspoon of salt, or a teaspoon of salt, sorry, and freshly chopped basil. Now I love basil, but basil is one of those things for me that I have to use it sparingly, because if I use too much of it, it tastes like licorice to me, and I am not a fan of licorice. So, and then the next step is I just take some goat cheese and crumble it up all over. I love goat cheese. It has such a tangy flavor to it. I really like it. It really just elevates this dish so much. It's a little messy, but it's worth it. If you don't like goat cheese, you can always use some other kind of cheese. But this is really good because it's easy to tear off and it melts really good. And put the lid on it. And let that, for about 2 minutes, let that just simmer. Okay, so it's been simmering for about 2-3 minutes now, and oh my gosh, it smells so good. I can smell the garlic and the sun-dried tomatoes. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. So now it's time to dig in. Dinner is served. Now, I am not a gourmet chef by any sense of the imagination, but I can do a few things pretty good, and the chicken bryan is one of my, it's a good recipe that I can do. So we're gonna see how Shane likes it.
Well, I already took a bite of it, so I kind of cheated ahead of time, and it's really good. Of course, this is one of my favorite things that she makes, so, but it is real good. What do you think?
I don't know, I haven't, I mean, of course I know that I like this
Snickers
recipe,
likes the way it smells.
Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, the goat cheese and those sun-dried tomatoes, oh my goodness, that is so good. And you could just cut it with a fork. You really don't even need a knife. That's really good. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching our video. We really appreciate it. Give us a thumbs up, it really helps us out. Subscribe if you hadn't already subscribed. And until next time, live in the sunshine.